What a person believes in affects the way a person thinks and the way a person behaves for the most part. This is why Andrew Tate will not condemn what Hamas did on October 7th. This is why Andrew Tate will not say what Hamas did on October 7th was an act of terror. As you guys know, Andrew Tate is a Muslim. He has converted to Islam. Today we're going to be reacting to part 2, Andrew Tate talks Palestine and Israel with Piers Morgan. So without further ado, let's get to it.
I want to turn to the war between Israel and Hamas in Gaza. What is your view of this war?
I think when you call it a war, you're doing a disservice to the people who are having their limbs blown off by some of the most advanced technical weaponry on the planet. It is a genocide and it is disgusting. And it doesn't matter which side of the political spectrum you fall on. When you observe a genocide in front of your very eyes, you should be disgusted.
Which side is waging genocide?
The Israelis are genociding the Palestinians, and you know it as well as everybody else does.
Andrew Tate, you are absolutely wrong. You are completely wrong. It is definitely a war. Why do I say that? Because Hamas has sworn to kill every single Jew. I'm not sure whether Andrew Tate has read the Hamas covenant written in 1988, 18th of August 1988 or not, but he should read it, because in that covenant, the covenant of the Islamic resistance movement, Hamas makes it perfectly clear, abundantly clear, that they want to kill every single Jew, that they will not stop until every Jew is killed. All right, this is why it is a war. I'm going to read a few things from this covenant, this Hamas covenant that was written in 18th of August 1988, or it was published then. And it says, Israel will exist and will continue to exist until Islam will obliterate it, just as it obliterated others before it. If we go down to Article 7, they even go as far as quoting Islamic scriptures, the hadiths, where it says, the Prophet, Allah bless him and grant him salvation, has said, the day of judgment will not come about until Muslims fight the Jews, killing the Jews, when the Jew will hide behind stones and trees. The stones and trees will say, O Muslim, O Abdullah, there is a Jew behind me, come and kill him. Only the Garkad tree would not do that because it is one of the trees of the Jews. All right. And if you are interested in reading this particular hadith, you will find it in Sahih al-Bukhari 2926, book 56, hadith 139. And that's the reason why it's war. Hamas is not interested in peace. According to them, the judgment day will not come about until every Jew is killed. This is not going to stop. They're not interested in peace. They are interested in conquering the land of Israel and killing every Jew. That's what Hamas is interested in. That's the problem. That's why it's war. All right, let's continue with the reaction.
Well, then it seems like your bosses are not allowing you to know it.
What do you think of what Hamas did on October the 7th?
Why are you starting the story in the middle?
I didn't. I just asked you about the wider war. I'm now asking you specifically about Hamas.
I cannot professionally answer that question without talking about the context that led up to October 7th.
Well, nothing to my...
If he's looking for context, how far does he want to go back? Does he want to go back all the way to the hadiths? Is that enough context for him? He's being disingenuous. He doesn't want to answer the question. He's deflecting right now.
My mind justifies what happened on October the 7th.
Nothing justifies what happened before October the 7th, Piers. This is the exact point. So you're talking to a man, I don't know what answer you expect from me, because let's forget the fact that I'm a Muslim. You're talking to a man who is fighting oppression to the best of his ability because he believes that the people in charge of the world are enslaving us all, to the point where I detriment my own life. I end up in a jail cell because I'm speaking against oppression. Then you're asking me what I would do if my family was blown to pieces?
You're not in a jail. Hang on.
You're asking me...
Andrew, you're deflecting. What are you talking about? Why are you comparing what you're going through with what is happening in Palestine or what's happening between Israel and Palestine is deflecting. Andrew, you're not answering the question. It's a simple question. Do you condemn what happened on October 7th? Yes or no? Yes or no? It's a simple question. I don't care who did it. I don't care if it was Hamas that did it. I don't care if it was Israel that did it. I don't care if it was blacks that did it, whites that did it. I don't care who did it. Do you condemn what happened on October 7th? Yes or no? It's a simple question. Regardless of who did it, it is evil what happened on October 7th. It was an act of terror. End of. Do you condemn it? Yes or no? He can't even answer. He can't even answer the question. He's deflecting. He's all over the place.
Asking me what I would do if another government came along and blew my family to pieces?
You weren't put in a jail cell because of any oppression.
Absolutely I was.
No, you weren't.
Of course
you
I
were
was.
put in jail cell because you've been accused of serious sexual crimes.
I would not have been accused if I was not monumentally successful in speaking the truth.
Let me ask you again. It's a simple question. Some people can answer it straight away, including pro-Palestinians people I've had on my program. Many are very quick to say absolutely.
I've met Muslims that answered it straight away. Yes, it was an act of terror. End of. Why can't he do the same? Remember what I said in the beginning. What a person believes in affects the way they think and affects the way they behave.
Do you believe Hamas are a terror organization?
And that's a very interesting question, but I think you're peddling asininities.
Well, just answer the question.
Can somebody do me a favor? Google asininities and find out if it's a word.
I know what it means.
If it's not, make sure it's...
This is more deflection. This is just more deflection. He's not answering the question. This is just more deflection.
added to Webster on Top G's orders.
Okay, just, are they a terror group?
You're peddling asininities because I'll tell you why, Piers. Let me answer the question.
No, I'm not.
Of course you are.
It's a simple question.
That's like me asking...
I'll tell you why I asked, because the UK, where you were born, prescribes Hamas as a terror
They
organization.
also prescribe me as dangerous to children in schools. Let me explain something to you, Piers.
That's actually true. That's actually true. They said that Andrew Tate is a danger to kids in schools. The same government that sexualizes children in schools and tells children that tells boys it's okay to be girls and girls it's okay to be boys. Yes, he's actually right on that one. Even though he's still deflecting, he's actually right on that one.
You're not prescribed as that.
If I were to sit here and say, is stealing wrong? And you'd say yes, and I go, but what if the person stealing is trying to feed their family, and if they don't, their family are going to die? Is it still wrong?
Yes, it is still wrong. Stealing is wrong, regardless of the justification. It is still wrong. It is still wrong. Now, of course, we can look at the reasons behind it. We can say, okay, this is a better reason than that reason over there. We can say that, but stealing is wrong because you're still taking something that does not belong to you. So it is still wrong. But yeah, but what he's doing is using extreme examples. That's really what he's doing, and this to me it equals more deflection. That's what's happening.
You're trying to take a very nuanced and complicated argument and reduce it down to one sentence, which is failure.
You're trying to equate stealing with a mob of terrorists breaking over a border, going to peaceful...
Is that what Israel did?
Wait a minute.
A mob of terrorists breaking over a border and killing people. Is that what Israel did?
Going through a border on October the 7th.
Oh, October the 7th.
Massacring young people at a festival, massacring families in their homes in a kibbutz, setting fire to them, cutting their heads off, killing babies.
Oh, killing 40 babies. That was true.
Well, fine.
Were the babies vaccinated?
Wow. He's mocking the babies that were killed by Hamas. That's not funny at all. If that was meant to be a joke, that's not funny at all. At all. Basically, he's making a mockery of what happened on October 7th. That's what he's doing. He's making a mockery of it. I don't care who does it. I don't make a mockery of what's happening to the Palestinians right now. I wouldn't laugh at that. There's nothing to laugh about that. That is horrible what's happening to the Palestinians right now. But he's literally making a mockery of what happened to the Jews on October 7th. Wow.
Why are you being flippant?
I'm not being flippant. The point I am
I
making...
don't find that funny.
No, but the point I am making is that the media lies, firstly. Secondly...
I can ask you about different things at the same time, right?
Sure.
So I'm asking you, first of all, specifically, what is your reaction to what happened on October the 7th?
Sure. I'll answer the question professionally.
not gonna
I
answer.
do not condone the loss of human life on either side. I think anybody doing anything which directly damages civilians is disgusting and abhorrent. However, I would be an amateur if I could not sit and pretend I do not understand the motivations behind either side. This is not even me taking a side. I understand why Israel is doing what it's doing. I understand why Palestine is doing what it's doing. However, I still call the Israeli actions absolutely abhorrent and genocidal.
Okay, we're going to come to Israel.
So he can condemn Israel's actions. He can say it's abhorrent and genocidal, but he cannot answer a straightforward question. He could not condemn Hamas. He cannot condemn Hamas for what happened on October 7th. But he literally just condemned Israel. But he can't condemn what Hamas did on October 7th. Look, guys, this goes on for another 32, half an hour, and he doesn't answer the question. He doesn't answer the question. He finds more ways of deflecting. He literally does not answer the question. It was a simple question that Piers Morgan asked him. All he had to say is yes or no, but he doesn't do it. So to me, this is actually sad to watch. You know, I thought better of Andrew Tate, to be honest with you. I thought that he would have been straightforward about this. Yes, what they did was wrong. I thought he would have condemned it straight up, and not dance around like he's doing right now. Literally dancing around the topic, deflecting, just using every excuse to not answer the question, to not condemn Hamas. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this reaction. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time, guys. All right? Peace.